What is up, legends? We are back, and we are rocking out some more 7 Mortal Sins. Now, this is global only today because I want to talk about something important. So, I had a really good question that was posed to me on Discord, which was like, well, what do you do when you don't have, like, the event is not banging? Like, with the event for this particular week, I'm not a fan of. I'm not a fan of Camilla as a unit. I know a lot of people are, and that's great. And if you are a fan of that unit, go for it. Grind it out pretty much the same way that the event before was. It's actually a little bit easier, so you definitely are going to get benefit out of doing that if you're going to be using that character. However, if you're not going to be using that character, the only thing that I would suggest that you actually do in the Queen event is pretty much get the easy stuff to get. Let me go over. The easy stuff to get, obviously, is the Soul Essence every day and the 4-star trainer. And then you also have the purchase cap on the evolution. And everything else is just kind of like, if you're going to go for it, then go for it. But me personally, as you can see, I'm not that interested in all of that and not that interested in farming and getting like the Grimoire 5-star. Like, you can like just make that like easily. So I'm not that big into it, and as far as getting the character and the prior mirror set, Now, the one thing about that is that with these particular made scrolls, like, you do have a chance to get the 5 stars and grind towards your big goal at the end of it, but I'm still not into it. So, with that said, so what do you do alternately? Now, alternately, I am working on my character power. So we'll start with Lucy. So everybody knows and gotcha is RNG. You're not always going to get the perfect gear. And what you're essentially doing is you're trying to fight your way to the perfect gear. Now, you see we're at 1925, which is not bad. It could definitely be higher. It could definitely be better. And that's when you start looking at your star shards. Now, here's the star shards that I have on Lucy. Some of it is pretty cool. Some of it is directly the way I want it, like this one. Like, it has nice speed on it, but it doesn't have anything else, much less. So it's literally here just because of speed. Like, of course, the attack is cool and the effective hit is cool, but it's literally there just for that. So we want some speed on this. We want some crit. And so we're looking to upgrade out of this. But for right now, that speed is definitely good. Same thing for this one. We got some crit damage, but not much else. Again, it's here just literally for the crit damage, and that I don't have anything else to actually put here, which is why today I'll be farming on the speed Nightshade. And hopefully getting something to replace this. And then even when I get something to replace this, this just moves down to the next character. I'm not going to get rid of it, obviously, because it's orange gear and it's still useful for what it does. It just moves down to the next character. That's what you want to do at the end of the day. Keep it locked and, figure out where next you want to put it. So the same thing like over here, like I just said previously, we're looking for speed and we're looking for attack and crit. Obviously, we got attack and crit, but we didn't get much of anything else. So again, we're looking for something better to actually put there. That's just the way that it goes over here. Like, it's going to be lit, or sometimes it's going to be ish. Over here, I like the fact that it gave me speed and crit and the crit damage, and it gave me a little bit of defense, makes it a little bit more tanky. But obviously, I'm going to want that attack percentage instead of the defense. And again, it's RNG at the end of the day. It's either going to give you that drop or it's not going to give you that drop. It's just the way things are, just the way things is, and just how it is. I didn't want to do that, but that's fine. Over here, we got some crit damage, but you see we got a nice good speed stat on it. And the crazy thing for me is I have not been lucky with the speed stats on any of my gear right now. On JP I have, but not over here on Global. On Global, they have not rolled in a fortuitous way, basically, and she's still at 1925, which is pretty good. So eventually, I'm like, people do eventually outspeed me. Thankfully, I haven't lost because the team can handle that. But for the most part. I want to do better. And I definitely want to do better on this one, but obviously you see, literally the reason why this is here is crit damage bonus and the speed. Literally, resistance is actually good as well. But obviously we're going to want to do better than this. It's just a 2-star. And yeah. So the mindset behind all of that is literally just, you literally just want to be able to do better as far as your stats and kind of like intertwine. It's actually hard to do, but it's not as sucky as games like Epic 7, where it's just RNG on top of RNG on top of RNG. Now, the interesting thing is here, it's actually easier to pull that off because it just seems like the gear will skew itself towards that. I don't know if that's the proper word or not, but it just seems easier in this game to actually get the stuff that you properly need. And essentially what you do is as you get that stuff, you just move it down the line like a conveyor belt, move it to the next character. I can get the good stuff, okay, so that worked. So now I can give it to the next character over, the next character over, the next character over, until it starts to trickle down to your team 2, to your team 3, and everything else like that. And then you just end up with like a really good build at the end of the day. This, you know, it just looks good, feels good. Like, you know, this is okay, 30%, and then 180, and then you take it into that. But you also have to take into account that you have your mirrors, which obviously I didn't try too hard to actually do that, and it's actually expensive to actually do that. So you see this one, I haven't actually leveled it at all because the only thing that it's doing really for me right now is just giving me the HP. It's mad expensive to level this stuff. Like just to go to 50, look how much that is. That's 1 million just to do that, which of course is going to give her more HP. But I'm like, what if I get a better mirror shard in the future if they bring back her banner, which is what I'm waiting for, which is why this hasn't gone beyond +2. I don't even know why I did +2. I might have did a video just to show you guys or something like that. I don't even know why I did that. But yeah, so going over, we have this over here, which obviously this is cheaper. So I went +6. I might as well just even go higher because it don't even, like 180k, I don't care about that. So I can bring the defense up, make her more tanky, and then they gave me more effective hit, which I'm like, whatever. But that's all the star mirror stuff that I have over here for her. Again, waiting for the banner. And no, it's cool to get more defense on her and everything else like that, but we definitely want to get to the point. So when we get to 13+, we can actually do that, which we'll get there eventually because that's just the way the game is set up. The game is set up, if you allow it to actually push you there. It may not seem like it, but it is. So in most cases, what you want to do is you want to take advantage next of the events that you have excuse me, to you. So we have an event that's going on right now, which is really good, that allows you to actually farm little 3-star shards. Now it's random, as you can see. Like I have this in my mail right now, all of them. I did this yesterday, so it's like random, which it's going to actually give you. Obviously, we need speed for a lot of things, so I'm just going to hit that redeem, and yeah. So it gave me this one, which gave me HP, which is not bad. Actually, this is actually not bad at all because I need to actually put a speed set on Belle. I have her on strength right now because I didn't have a tanky speed set. Like it just wasn't going to that. So we just got a first piece of tanky speed set to go on. It's like, this is actually really good tanky. This is like almost perfect. It would be even more perfect with defense, but I'll take the HP. And then it has defense scaling right there as well. So that ended up going well. So we're gonna go ahead and again. Okay, so it went this way this time. It went HP. This is actually good. This is more offense and HP. That's pretty nice. And you can do any of these that you want, but for me, I specifically need the Nightshade. Now it went to a speed roll. Perfect. defense, HP. Now this will be good depending on what that speed roll turns into. This one actually went, like, this one actually is even better for Belle because her scaling is off defense. And it has a speed roll right there, so this one ended up even better. Well, that's crazy because I wasn't getting any speed rolls. I mean, any defense rolls like this, and this one's kind of trash. I'm just going to sell this one. Okay, so this one went crit damage and HP and effective hit. Not much else. No speed. And the second, the fourth roll probably won't even turn into that, which means that's probably going to get sold too, for the most part. Yeah. So, other thing that you want to pay attention to is over here where your blood. Obviously, the blood is weird on global because they trying to, instead of just fixing it and going back and fixing everybody's stuff, they just decided to add a number to it because I guess that would have been too much work for whoever's doing global to actually fix everybody's account. I'm pretty sure that's the case. That's why they just didn't fix the broken stat over here, because remember, they would have to go into every individual account and you can't batch do that. That's problematic if you do that. You definitely going to come up with bugs. Trust me. I'm programming right now for a game, and that is problematic if you try to batch that and then something goes wrong and you end up breaking like 10,000 people accounts. They're going to be mad at you. So the best thing to do is to actually change the system. I know a lot of people don't like that and like, oh my God, why is it so much different? But that's actually the better thing to actually do. It's less work, and you don't initially mess up anybody's account doing that. So as you can see, going towards this, I can actually push towards this Lucy Bunray. And that will actually help because I'm like a +2 or +3 right now. So that's going to do that. You can only do it once, and then that makes her like +4. We're working towards that, and that'll help. You also have like the Rider and then the Virtue, which you also can see that literally has Sariel right here. So don't pick that up. I had somebody say that I picked up that and like, when is Sariel coming? I'm like, dude, like no, don't do that. Please don't do that. You also have the monthly reset right here, which can actually give you, if you're not gonna get this much, obviously, I feel like number one in PvP directly, but you also have the fragment right here that you can actually pick up, which as a normal player without spending, you're probably never gonna be able to do this and this at the same time. These two, that's like almost impossible, to be honest with you. Like, you really have to build up for that. So it's just kind of like whichever one that you want to do. If you for whatever reason already have like fragments, as you see, I got 165 and you're close, then snatch it up. But because it's a little bit cheaper overall than the selector. But outside of that, you're probably not going to be able to do that. So you also have the skins. The skill up over here. So the skill up is actually relatively good if you have already, again, the book stuff chilling and waiting, which you can actually, Road to Hell will actually help you out with that somewhat, but for the most part, you're gonna, this kind of like a overtime type of thing. And then you have like the big grind, which was extremely good for us until they fixed it. Obviously, it wasn't supposed to be like that, so I'm not even mad at them because they fixed it. But obviously you want to push towards this because it has the bundle. You see, I already done that already, and you just need 5 stars and 4 stars to actually do that. So all the 4 stars that you get, you just smash them in and then turn around and turn them into this. And it's going to randomly turn into anybody like Nona. And then you basically unsummon Nona, get 2, and then push your way towards this. You should be able to knock out this in a month easy, because the 5 stars, normal 5 stars usually come out relatively quickly. And even if they don't, you got the 4 stars that do come out relatively easy. You can basically smash them in and keep getting this relatively quick. Excuse me. Keep getting those relatively quick. Or you can turn around and, try to make 4 stars, as you can see right here as well. and pick those up, and then it's a pretty easy grind, but you're trying to basically do that so you can push towards getting your sins up. In a course of a month or two, you can, well, 2 months, not month, 2 months, 2.5 months, you should be able to get to plus 13 on a sin by just simply playing the game. Because remember, you have the normal event stuff that you're doing, and then you have the event stuff that comes in where you're actually trying to summon on characters like Camilla, unless you don't care, like I don't care, and then you just, you know, go about your business and do other stuff. But you should, at that point, like, you see my Lucy's just, you know, +4 freely. Like, I didn't have to finagle anything out of that. That's just, you know, from the past 2 months of pushing her forward like that. And this is the Lucy that I want to get. I don't want the other Lucy's. This one's fine. She, in my opinion, she never goes out of use. You get her up to plus 15 at the end of the day, and she's fine. Like, even with the gunslinger one, I don't think the gunslinger one is better than this. And that's my opinion. And I see people on JP literally using this normal version because once you get her there, she's just golden. At that point, you can easily get like other characters there, but I don't see any reason not to use her at this point. So yeah, and it's not like she's not cute and stuff like that. Like, you just leave her, set it and forget it. Same thing with Belle. With this Belle, after I'm done with Lucy, I'm just gonna turn my attention to Belle and start pushing her up the same way like that. And again, eventually what you want to do is you don't want to have a bunch of sins. I'm going to leave the sins at this as far as pushing them up with these two, and then eventually get a virtue to bring in. I want to get a virtue basically to replace Furka sooner or later, because they're both awakers, and you know, there's no, or a rider, which we already have a rider, which is Chino. So, you know, it is. And then we also have Solter, who's also a rider. So Solter might get the preference over Chino, and then we'll bring up Chino basically afterwards, because it's gonna be a conflict trying to do both. But we got him, so there's no rush. And yeah, so that's what you basically do outside of that. So let's hit the summons up, and then we'll get out of here. Ooh, we even get some 4-star fodder and hopefully a 5-star. Meh. Probably not. Nope. But that 500 gold is nice. Alright, so we are definitely going to be doing this, but we'll come back to it in a second. Did I do a free one? I probably didn't. Yeah, I didn't do the free one. See if we can hit up some mirrors. Nice. Definitely have some stuff over here to take care of. Hopefully we get a 5-star out of this that we can use. Definitely going to get a 4-star because that's guaranteed. Just one 4-star. Nothing useful. I keep going past the free ones. Give me Chino dupe for free. Nope. Now Oreo would be nice too. Not a bad unit. And we have none of that, so we don't need to worry about that. Alright, so let's head over. We're about to hit that next track right there too. Doesn't look like this is going to be anything. So we're going to hit that skip. Nope. Alright, so necessarily I don't need to have these characters, but I definitely would like to have Satan, to be honest with you. And Marin is just for the memes. Not that she's bad or anything, but Satan is that boss killer right there, so we definitely want to try to get her. All right, so where am I at as far as summoning for her? Red Daffodil is it? I would need 7. That ain't happening. That ain't happening. So she's just gonna have to come out somehow, because that is not happening. There's not enough currency. No, I need to look at Kazuna for this. All clear, all clear, all clear, all clear. So we got Drusilla, all clear. Silvana, all clear, all clear. And then we got the, I need Shalimar, Hannah, all clear. Luciana, Anastasia, the Garcias, the Stolas, all clear, all clear. Gabriel, Raphael. Yeah, it's not, as you can see, there's not much Kazuna left for me at this point. So and that is definitely not 7K worth of currency, because that's how much that would actually cost. That's not, and then on top of that, now I'm at the point where I'm actually buying stamina to get the posters to actually push to the levels to actually get to the quest to open them up. So there's just absolutely no way at this point. There's just not enough stamina to force out Satan at this point. So it's just gonna be luck right now. I will catch you guys in the next video. Be legendary. See you soon, and have a good day. Thank you, Legends, for getting to the end of the video. We do 3 to 4 videos every day. Don't forget to like and subscribe and hit that notification bell so you can be first in notification squad. I love everybody who stops by, and I will see you next video. Peace.